Hello all YouTubers, I'm the Weather Dude. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning back into my presentation for April 8th, 2019. In today's video, we're going to talk about Major Winter Storm Wesley and how it's going to slam the upper Midwest with feet of snow and winds past 60 miles an hour. So stay tuned for that. As always, please consider subscribing and also ringing the bell notifications. I just want to make one quick announcement. Thank you to all my viewers. I've surpassed 10,000 views several days ago. And I'm very grateful. So thank you all for that, for viewing my channel. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so first model we're going to view here is the FP3 GFS model. Okay, Winter Storm Wesley is going to affect areas like up in here, so focus in the area I've outlined in black, because that's where we're going to do it. Okay, so this is the farthest this model can zoom in. So this is what I have. Okay, warmer here out ahead of the storm. Okay, it's April. Okay, everywhere is basically, if you do get the snow, you're basically going to start as rain. Okay, and then once that storm strengthens, it deepens in strength, starts to track to the south, get some colder air aloft, and even some colder air at the surface, okay, and warm air aloft as well, and you're going to have that snow over central South Dakota, and it continues to strengthen, and it really does too. Okay, wind gusts could be past 70 miles an hour at times, with sustained winds potentially surpassing 50 miles an hour. Okay, so look at this snow band. Okay, and like I said, pretty much in all the winter storms I've covered, I told you guys this. Closer to that area of moderate rain, but just to the north of it, you're going to find that heavier snow. Okay, you got that warmer air aloft, the snowflakes are going to be bigger, that snow is going to come down heavier. Okay, and then it'll continue to move. And once it basically crosses through areas like Wisconsin, okay, it's actually going to kind of weaken. You see that pressure in the isobars were much more packed together. If we went back in the loop, as you can see right here. Okay, we were pretty much down to like 978, 976. But then once it heads up towards Canada, it's at 994. Okay, so we'll weaken a little bit. So as for the total snowfall for those in the upper Midwest, okay, this model usually goes a little bit overboard sometimes. But I would see this being a possibility. Okay, so some areas could possibly go over 3 feet. Okay, in that dark blue area in eastern South Dakota, that's at least 2 feet. Okay, I think this model shows it pretty well, actually. Okay, except the fact that it has like pretty much 20 inches everywhere is kind of what concerns me. I think that won't be the case. But the areas that show 2 feet plus, I do agree with. Okay, so GFS model, here we go. This one can actually zoom in more. Hallelujah. Okay, so we're gonna actually do the timing on this. Now that I zoomed in closer, I can give you like a good timing. Okay, so places like South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, okay? It's going to start out as rain. It's going to start about Wednesday morning, like overnight, Tuesday night, into very early Wednesday morning. So usually everybody is still in bed by this time. Okay, and then that transfer to snow occurs only for southern Minnesota, central South Dakota, northern Nebraska. You're going to start to have that transition to snow about Wednesday afternoon. Okay, as that colder air comes down to the surface, warmer air aloft, you're going to start making those snowflakes. Okay, and the storm will deepen in strength. It will cool down. Okay, and we're going to have a lot of snow. Okay, so like I said, look at that. Close to the area of rain, there's some snow. You can even see a couple little pockets of ice. Okay, ice will be a major factor with this storm. Potentially over half an inch of ice possible in these areas that are bordering the rain and snow, okay? Because you get half an inch of ice possibly. Okay, and then the storm continues to pull off to the north and east. Okay, it should exit out by Friday into Saturday. It's just some leftover flurries behind it. So how much snow are we talking with this model, the GFS? Well, a lot of areas picking up about 15 to 20 inches, with a spotty area or two picking up 2 feet. Okay, so GFS is going a little under what a lot of the models are saying. It's basically what I'm saying here. So CMC, okay, GEM model. Here we go. Again, starting out as rain. A lot of locations, all these models agree on that. Okay, overnight Wednesday. And then we have that transition over to snow, except it's a little bit more farther west this time by overnight Wednesday and in the Wednesday afternoon. Okay, and then eventually, kaboom, we go all over the snow. And look at this. Eastern South Dakota, that is like monster. We're talking about like inches upon inches an hour of kind of snowfall with this. Okay, as the storm continues to deepen in strength. Okay, Friday afternoon, it will continue to fizzle out. And then by Saturday, should be all clear. So how much snow are we talking with this model? Well, actually, it's actually a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so widespread areas of 2 feet plus, eastern South Dakota, western Minnesota, with a few areas actually within that zone picking up close to 3 feet of snow. And this is going to be really dangerous because we're going to have some warmer temperatures coming in within the next 7 days to this area. So guess what? All that snow, that feet of snow is going to melt, along with the rivers that are already rising. Some more rainstorms coming in. Okay, this flooding during the springtime here is going to be absolutely just horrendous and just ugly. Okay, so here's an AM12KM model. This model will not take you through the whole storm. It will take you through most of the storm. Okay, so again, just like all models are saying, you see it starting out as rain in South Dakota, and eventually as it makes its way east, it deepens in strength. It starts to cool down. Okay, we're going to see that snow start to break out in a lot of places, especially in South Dakota, south central Minnesota, and also southwestern Wisconsin. And then look at this area of ice. This is just crazy. Look at that purple. That's the sleet, and the pink is the freezing rain. Luckily with this storm, I do see a lot more sleet than I do freezing rain. Okay, I got news for you. Freezing rain is a lot more dangerous than sleet. Okay, so total snowfall here. Okay, not looking too impressive what they're saying in a lot of areas, but the area that does see 2 feet plus, you're going to see it really good. Okay, we're talking about some areas closing in on 40 inches on the South Dakota and Minnesota border. Okay, but a lot of the other areas, once you go outside of there, it's not much. Maybe just a few inches. Okay, so NAM's going really overboard with this storm system as well. Now we're going to take a trip over to windy.com so I can show you the wind gusts and also sustained wind speeds. Okay, I don't know why the site just reloaded. Okay, but you can see, look at this. Wednesday by 11 o'clock, okay, you can see the low spinning to the south right here in northern Kansas. Okay, if that lower to track southward, a lot of areas in central Iowa will pick up a lot more snow. Okay, and I have my conversion table over here so you can see the wind gusts. Okay, so in case you don't know the knots to miles per hour conversion. Okay, so 36, 37 knots. Okay, that's basically almost 43 miles an hour wind gust. Okay, but it's going to get worse. Watch this. As we head into Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m., a lot of the winds are off to the south. The storm is trying to get itself together. By early Thursday, though, the storm is going to continue moving to the north and the east, and it's going to pack a punch with it, too. The wind gusts will start to exceed 50, 60 miles an hour. Look at this in western Iowa here. We're talking about wind gusts possibly going to almost 58 miles an hour. Okay, but it will get worse. It will. Trust me. Okay, look at this right here. Northwestern Iowa. We're talking about around the time frame of Thursday morning, about when people are usually waking up. You can see wind gusts are passing 60 miles an hour. Okay, very dangerous stuff. Okay, by 10 o'clock in the morning, guess what? It only gets worse. Okay, we're talking about now the highest wind gust potential of this storm, closing in on 65 miles an hour. Okay, could even pass 70. That'd be the extreme peak. Okay, and then look at this. We got some more stuff over here. Some more winds in eastern Minnesota. Look at that. Almost 68 miles an hour. Again, a few peak wind gusts. I wouldn't be surprised if they hit 70. Okay, pivotal weather. Okay, going to spend a very brief time on this map. Okay, and what this is basically going to show you is the GTPS model and what they're showing. So, again, the snow is going to come through, okay, during the day, Wednesday, Thursday, and it's going to exit by Friday into Saturday. Okay, this storm is not the slowest moving. It will pack a punch while it is here. It's going to be kind of a slow mover, but it won't be like a turtle. It's not going to be like a snail. Okay, so you can see the snow pulling through, and then by Friday, it will be out of here. Okay, some more maps. Okay, so pivotal weather, we're going to be focusing in on this map as well. This is basically going to show you the total snowfall by the GTPS model. Okay, so what they're showing. They're showing a lot of areas picking up more than 3 feet. Or more than 30 inches, I should say. Not 3 feet. More than 30 inches in a lot of spots. Okay, potentially. That could be very dangerous, especially when that snow melts. So, over to the weather story now. Okay, this is a very brief topic as well. And you can see, once this loads, but you can see that 80% chance of 8 inches or more. I got news for you. It's going to be a lot more than that. Okay, so in this zone in northern South Dakota, you can see we're going to have some dry air, sharp cutoffs in spots, okay? Especially towards the south, we're going to have that more warm air aloft, going to have that more of a rain threat instead of a snow and ice threat. Okay, so here's the jet stream. Okay, the jet stream winds. Very strong. We're talking about hundreds of knots. Okay, very, very strong. Something you do not want to mess around with. And once the storm leaves, okay, over the next 7 days, as I said before, those temperatures are going to warm up into the 60s and 70s. Possibly in the daytime. Yes, I did say 60s and 70s. So please be careful. Watch out for snow, ice, and flooding as well. I'm the Weather Dude, signing off. Till next time.